I was able to get through most of the day without wanting to take a nap, which is very nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, especially with like focus and concentration and energy levels, there's a drastic difference.
So we have Zoe here. She went through one of our programs for Hashimoto's thyroiditis. And if you're not aware of what that is, basically you have an autoimmune condition that's affecting your thyroid and slowing your thyroid down. It's a form of hypothyroidism. Sometimes, if it gets crazy enough, it can actually go hyperthyroidism back to hypothyroidism. But obviously, the symptomology is going to be fatigue. You're going to have issues with sleep, issues with cognitive function, brain fog. Stress affects you more than the average individual. So Zoe's in school right now, and as we know, if you've ever been into an undergraduate program, you are super stressed as a person. And so that was one of the things that she was struggling with, was obviously making it through school and being a young person, able to go to classes and have that energy and sleep, and then control the thyroid. The other thing was be proactive with her health. So when you first came to us, what were you looking for as far as treatment? And what had you received prior that you were kind of unhappy with?
I know coming there, my doctor actually, she recommended to trying a functional health treatment, and so she was opting for the more natural changes like diet and exercise. So that's kind of what we were looking for coming into it, to see if we could like fix and better this immune disorder using natural lifestyle choices.
Awesome. Yeah, I wish more doctors were like her. So get people like me, get people that have thyroid issues to places like this. So what was your experience as far as treatment? Was it difficult? Did it make sense to you? Explain kind of what we were trying to accomplish.
Okay. Um, I mean, the treatment, we basically kind of just like stripped my diet down to kind of reset my body. And then we'd slowly build the diet back up, and just keeping an eye on which foods were I was reacting to poorly, or anything like that. It was a little hard for me because when I started, I was at school, so I had to really be a little creative and go out and buy some, foods that I could eat. But it was well worth the extra struggle for the results that we got. So
Right. Short term too. Like
yeah.
like we
Hmm.
just finished up our last meeting just now, and that's what we were discussing
Hmm.
moving forward. And I think most people are scared when they do something like this. Is, do I have to eat like this forever? Is that what it is? And
Hmm.
no, you want to get to that 80-20 point. 80% of the time you're doing it right. 20% of the time, if you want to splurge, you can splurge. So, and that's where we're at right now. She's done great. So, how would you describe how you felt prior to starting with how you feel now? What's the difference?
Hmm. So prior to starting the diet, and just the treatment in general, I was really I would get tired at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, which isn't ideal when you're a student.
Mhm.
And I felt it kind of hard to concentrate, and I would get really bad headaches. And then once we pared the diet down and started the treatment, I noticed that my headaches went away. When we added the supplements, I noticed my energy levels were pretty consistent, and they were higher, definitely. I was able to get through most of the day without wanting to take a nap, which is very nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, especially with like focus and concentration and energy levels, there's a drastic difference between when I started and while we were doing the treatment. So.
Awesome. And so last question is, what would you tell somebody if they have a similar problem as you, thyroid problems, they're young,
Mhm.
um, they're weary of trying different things, they're skeptical of something that's not coming from their primary care, or maybe their primary care or their specialist says,
Mhm.
"Hey, I want you to go see a functional doctor." What would you tell that person that has not taken the plunge yet?
I'd say it's definitely worth a try, especially if you can help better your health without taking like medication or you know pills for the rest of your life, I'd say it's worth it. And it is a little difficult at first, but it's definitely worth it in the end. So you just gotta persevere and
Hmm.
stick to the diet and the plan. So
Awesome. Yep. And I think that's for everything in life. Just try,
mhm.
exhaust all options, try your hardest at every single option. Not everything is going to work, but eventually you find something that does. And
Mm.
that's my piece of advice as well. I'm right along there with you. So I want to thank Zoe for doing this for us. And if you guys have any questions about thyroid disorders or Hashimoto's, and as you can see, we're virtual right now. We the accountability, as long as it's there, you will, even if you're in Canada, California, Pittsburgh, like Zoe here, you can get your health on track. You don't need to be in the office and seeing me face to face. So, thanks, Zoe.